Welcome to a special Easter vlog from Bury St Edmunds, a city right at the heart of Suffolk, my home county. And although I come from Ipswich, I have to admit it is the most beautiful centre of habitation in the whole of Suffolk. This city can now, in my opinion, lay claim to one of the breakfast capitals of the UK. It has so many recommended cafes on TripAdvisor and on Google as well. It's incredible. And I've settled to come and have an amazing throw up, I hope. I'm here on the main square of Bury St Edmunds, where you can see opposite you the Cathedral and also the Abbey Gardens. And just behind me, the Angel Hotel. It's actually the twin sister of the Salt House Harbour, where I reviewed breakfast in Ipswich last year. A video worth looking at. These are beautiful hotels. It's extremely famous. If you want to spend and splurge on a fantastic weekend, come here. They've certainly got their Easter decorations down to a T here. Really amazing. Bury St Edmunds also boasts a huge range of excellent pubs. And actually, it's really from the sublime to the ridiculous. This building is the old Corn Exchange, and it houses a pretty large Wetherspoons establishment, giving the normal value you'd expect there, no doubt. Actually, nothing short of spectacular inside. Originally built in 1862, and all credit to Wetherspoons, refurbished in 2012. Whilst literally on the other side of the road, we have the smallest pub in England. Unfortunately, I'm here a little early for the nutshell, but I can feel another vlog in Bury St Edmunds coming on in the not too distant future. Apparently, the pub only has enough space for about 15 people inside, but I noticed lots of tables and chairs, which presumably they placed outside to expand the capacity dramatically. And on top of that, I just looked through the window, and there's one little saying there that I really love. It says, "When I die, bury me under the pub. That way I know my husband will visit me 7 times a week." Great Suffolk humour. Right. Oh, I'm going to have to stop saying that in this restaurant because I'm going to Wrights Cafe, not really a restaurant, cafe, although it is open in the evening with lots of great foods. I am told that this place is the absolutely must-visit breakfast locale, so I can't wait to get through the door and try a full English cooked breakfast, hopefully full of local Suffolk produce, together with you. So come on, let's go. Righty right. So here I am at Wrights. I've come off the cold streets of Bury St Edmunds. Really cold considering it's the end of March. So before I even order, I need to start with a cup of coffee. And the coffee is also from a local blender and a roaster called Butterworth's. Well, apart from being steaming hot, I think you can see the steam coming off the top of the cup. That is a lovely, deep roasted Americano coffee flavour. I wanted to try it just like that because they're so proud here at Wrights about the fact that they only have ethical fair trade coffee from this Suffolk roaster that they trust. And like so many food items procured here in Suffolk, it's great. I've come here because, first of all, this is an eclectic place. It's got loads of amazing decorations inside. I particularly like the little deer, correct me if that's not what it is, but I think it is, wearing pink framed sunglasses over the top of an HMV old record player, you know, the ones with the horns, and also the little dog with his master's voice, which is always great for me because that little doggy actually came originally from Kingston upon Thames. He's even buried, I think, in Kingston upon Thames, which is in my part of town in London. And then the decorations all around. There are maps of Suffolk. You've also got a sack of coffee from the aforementioned Butterworths and Son. Lots of beautiful artwork. The ceilings are well decorated. There are all sorts of, for example, lampshades up there. Also spinning disco balls. There's a piano. Now that is from Norwich, which for me as a Suffolk boy, and I would have thought most people here, is very naughty because it comes from north of the border in Norfolk and we are real rivals. But anyhow, I love the feel of this place. So let's have a quick look at the menu. Some of the things that have caught my eyes are poached eggs on toast at £14, and you can have all sorts of toppings on that, including smoked salmon, black pudding. Looks great. They've also got basil and cashew pesto gnocchi, That is, I think, this is actually a breakfast menu. Never seen that for breakfast, but that comes with burnt goat's cheese, courgette, and toasted cashews at £14.50. Then more what you'd expect: strawberry brioche with French toast at £14.50. That comes with fresh strawberries and vanilla cream. Before the food comes, I think let's go into Bury St Edmunds and have a look at the Abbey Gardens. This is a place I remember since my childhood growing up in Suffolk. Really wonderful gardens and also evocative ruins. So let's go there, build up an appetite, and come back for the main brekkie, the Wrights brekkie, because that's what I'm going to have, a proper fry up, £16. I didn't even mention that, did I? I'll tell you what's in it later. And to enter the Abbey Gardens, we first have to pass through this imposing gateway. My word, to think that this dates back to the 12th century. This spectacular entrance is known as the Abbey Gate, and it was constructed between 1328 and 1346, so it's actually from the 14th century. It's a celebrated masterpiece of what's known as decorated Gothic style, and there's plenty of elaborate decoration and sculpture, as you can see. Unfortunately, rioters damaged the original gate in 1327, and this extravagant replacement was built partly to remind the townspeople of the Abbey's wealth and power and ability to re-establish itself quickly. The Abbey Gardens and the Abbey ruins are cared for by English Heritage, and this was once one of England's greatest monasteries. It's named after Edmund, that's a Saxon king of East Anglia, who was killed by Danish raiders in 869. Within just a generation, he was revered as a martyr and a saint, and his remains were moved to a church here. It became a monastery in the early 11th century, and this became a destination for pilgrims. And this is always what I love most, wandering around the ruins, letting my imagination run wild, particularly in an area vested with so much history. Walking through the Abbey Gardens, I've definitely worked up a true hunger, so it's time to get back to Wrights and enjoy that cooked breakfast. So I'm hugely excited. My breakfast is arriving. That is not what you'd call the normal fry-up, is it? What do you think? Is it great? Is it going to be fantastic? So I have a lovely waitress who's just nodding with a gleam in her eyes, saying that this is going to taste spectacular. So I'm going to hold you to it. It looks absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. So take a look at this, everybody. I mean, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? What a beautifully presented breakfast. And this is anything but normal. It's really special. Sausages, which are wild boar sausages, a bit like me. They are from Dingley Dell, which is a local sausage maker, so that's exciting. The bacon, I believe, is from across the border in Norfolk. Very naughty again, but never mind. And then the eggs are local. Apparently, they come in huge crates in the morning because this place is very popular. I'm still here on a Sunday morning at 9:30, and the clocks went forward last night, so people are having a bit of a rest. But I'm told that this place is going to be absolutely full to the rafters in no time at all. Then we've got sourdough bread, which comes from the Worcester Bakery in Ely in Cambridgeshire, just across the border. But they also have a branch here in Bury St Edmunds. It's simply not open on a Sunday, so the bread has been driven down, no doubt, this morning. That's got black garlic butter on it, which sounds fantastic. I don't know if it's local. And then there is a hash brown, which doesn't look like any hash brown I've ever seen. It looks like a kind of, I don't know, it almost looks like a souffled kind of roasty potato from Switzerland, if that's possible. We'll see what it tastes like later, but those are local potatoes and prepared in the kitchen here. And then the most amazing thing, I think, of all, are the Italian beans, because that's much better than baked beans, right? There's a mixture of all types of beans, I believe, broad beans, probably runner beans, you name it. And obviously those beans are local, and they're mixed in with a tomato sauce, so it looks great. But also, before I eat a single bite of this, presentation, 10 out of 10. All you breakfast fry-up vloggers out there, I'm sure you're hugely jealous, because this just looks like a piece of art. This all looks so beautiful, but I've been filming it for quite a while, so it hasn't gone cold, which would be my fault, not theirs. It says fried eggs. I can only see one, first of all, but actually, if I move it over, I see there's a second one underneath. So they are as good as their word, which is wonderful. Just try and move as much of the meal into shot as possible. And I'm going to start with the wild boar sausage, I think. I like a good sausage at this time of the morning. And look at that. It looks great inside. It's cooked nicely outside, I think. I did move one of the sausages around in the shoot to make it look even better. But it looks very, very meaty. And it's also got a nice infusion of herbs in there as well. That is a beautiful sausage. But that I say it myself. First of all, quite a coarse skin, so I'm pretty sure it's animal skin, but it's great actually in terms of what it adds to the texture. And then the meat is a gentle pork, but clearly high quality, no gristle at all, no fat. Light flavour of herbs, and very, very careful seasoning. Definitely a strong savoury flavour. It's a flavour that lingers as well. It's darned good. But let's see if even after minutes of me really filming it, disturbing it unnecessarily, if the yolk has remained nice and runny. Well, it's a little bit hardened, but it's entirely my fault. But there's still plenty of yummy yolk as well. It's a gorgeous yolk, really rich and creamy. You can tell that the egg is really fresh, super tasty. So nice to come into the heart of the countryside, or it's a big town, but it is a famous food producing county, and eat locally and eat some of the best produce. Now let's take a look at this hash brown next. I think that cuts super smooth. It glistens. It looks really marvelous actually. It's going to be clearly very soft inside. Let's see. Well, that's lovely. Despite the fact that it was easy to cut, it is crispy on the outside. You might even hear a little crackle when I eat it. The inside, it's definitely been thin sliced. I would imagine parboiled. It kind of melts in the mouth, but it's super smooth. But more delicious than potato normally is. And again, that's because they've got their seasoning absolutely spot on. Oh my goodness me, first of all, this is really generous. There are 3 rashers of bacon. It looks like high quality bacon. Not overly cooked. I mean, not overcooked. And let's see what it tastes like. I'm a big bacon fan, but only when it really tastes good. This is how bacon should be. The fat has been rendered very nicely. Very salty, I have to say. But it's got that beautiful, full-bodied pork rasher of bacon flavour. But again, it lasts. You don't have to hunt for it like you do in so much supermarket bacon, or indeed, let's face it, many fry-ups around the country. This is just full of flavour. I love mushrooms. Oh, this is magnificent. This is tremendous. I'm enjoying every element of it. So the mushrooms as well have either been done in garlic butter. I'm sure they have. It's not from the potato. It's garlic butter here as well. So they have lovely flavour with the woodland mushroom as well. Again, long-lasting flavour. Not too strong. There's so much to try, isn't there? Now let's move on to the beans, which I've been really looking forward to, because I know they're homemade. They're a mix of local beans in this kind of tomato sauce as well, rather like a pasta sauce, quite thick. These are so wholesome, really very filling, but so flavorful. I mean, the tomatoes are just like, it's like being in Milan or Napoli, a deep tomato flavor. Finally, with the garlic butter, although I have to remove some of it because that's too much. It's got a lovely crunchy crust. You can see lots of little aerated pockets in the bread. And to me, it tastes like the flour has just come directly from the mill. I know that from my childhood as well. It tastes that fresh. Right, this breakfast, I think, is the best traditional English breakfast with special Suffolk touches and Italiano touches that I've had in recent memory. By far the best. If you are in Suffolk or East Anglia, apart from the fact that Bury St Edmunds is lovely, come here, have this breakfast. It's 10 out of 10. No question about that. Absolutely great. Outside now, and I'm going to go and have a quick look at the cathedral, which is magnificent, and share that with you. But first of all, this breakfast, look, 10 out of 10.
Thank you very much.
My series has a series of awards. It's going to be platinum. And £19.10 for a full breakfast, plus a very nice coffee, a very nice Americano. Yeah, okay, it's probably a bit more expensive than many places, but the quality is so much better.
Thank you very much.
But it's unforgettable. I think it's the best breakfast I've had in the entire time I've been doing these vlogs.
We do use a lot
Sorry,
of
your
local
name
produce.
is as well?
Alfie
Hi, Alfie.
Bloomfield. I'm head chef.
And like you're an Ipswich fan, right?
Yeah, that too.
We are in Bury St Edmunds.
Yeah, we've got to be in Bury in Suffolk. So yeah, we've just launched a new menu. So it just started last Thursday. So we've got gnocchi on. We've got the breakfast with the wild boar and apple sausages. We make our own Italian beans. We make our own breakfast hash. A lot of the produce that we buy in is East Anglia based. If we can't get it from Suffolk, we get it from Norfolk or Essex.
God, really?
Do you know what I mean? If we have to. We've got fresh samphire in at the minute that we've just put on for the salad bar. Make fresh salads every day. Fresh pastries, cake selection, and all the brunch menu. We make as much fresh as we can.
Quite amazing. I loved it all. I thought the sausages were really great because they got so much flavour, but also seasoned really intelligently. I mean, not over seasoned, but well seasoned. Also, your potato, you call it a hash brown, but it's so superior to any hash brown I've ever seen.
Thank you.
And that had some garlic butter, I think, as well, right?
Yeah, black garlic through it, and red onions. Yeah,
super soft. Yeah, I noticed the onions as well. Very soft as well, but you can still feel the form of the potato.
Thank you.
So that's fantastic. The beans for me were exceptional.
The Italian beans.
Yeah, they're amazing because they're not Italian. They're Suffolk.
No, we make them in house. Yeah. But we were inspired by Italian flavours.
Oh, I thought I was in Napoli. I think I say so in the video.
Oh, really?
It felt like it. The tomato sauce was fantastic.
Thank you.
What herb did you have in it?
So we use marjoram, oregano,
of course.
Actually a little bit of lavender, thyme.
Yeah,
there's thyme in there. Yeah. What else is there? A little bit of dried basil.
Very good.
And I've already said thyme.
So
garlic.
It's perfect. And you're very busy. What I've noticed is that Bury St Edmunds may unwittingly be the capital city of English breakfast because you've got a lot of competition. I mean,
we have got a lot of cafes that are opening up over the last couple of years.
Why is that, do you think?
I think there's just been a growing market for it in Bury. Yeah. With
and business is clearly good because your
business is booming. Yeah, I'd say that a lot of attention has come away from dinners and evening meals, and more people are coming out for breakfast, starting the days earlier.
Is that because it's slightly better value, perhaps?
Well, exactly. And you're noticing more people are getting up earlier in the days. A lot more people starting at 5 a.m. A lot more people, wanting to get a head start so that then they'll come out for breakfast. Do you know what I mean? They'll treat themselves.
And now the last stop on our tour of Bury St Edmunds, which is very special to me personally, St Edmundsbury Cathedral, which dates back to 1503. Obviously, it's on the same site as the Abbey, and it can trace all its history back until then. Let's go inside and take a look. This part of the cathedral behind the altar was also worked on and created between 1959 and 1970s. And above us we can see a tower as well. Well, that is an addition from the new millennium, built, I think, between the 1990s and the start of the 21st century. So you see what I mean about this cathedral representing all ages from the 1500s. Really quite magnificent. Sometimes it really is worth looking around a cathedral or any place if you know there's something relating to your family and find it. Look, there it is. The stonemasons at the bottom, Saunders Ipswich Limited. That was my grandfather George's company, later managed by his two sons. So we're definitely in the right part of the church, although I'm sure he didn't construct the organ, but my word, what a beautiful job. Beautiful stonemasonry everywhere. Well done, Grandad. Behind me we have a church tower that dates back to the 11th century, and it's known today quite simply as the church tower or the Norman gate, because you can tell from the round arches behind me it's actually representative of Romanesque and Norman architecture. There really is a beautifully elaborate bell tower, and it gives us a good idea of what all the other historic buildings that are no longer with us would have looked like. For me, that seems just the right time to sign off from this beautiful destination, Bury St Edmunds. Truly worth a visit wherever you may be, and also from an outstanding breakfast, 10 out of 10 at the Wrights Cafe. So thanks very much to the amazing chef Alfie there. If you've enjoyed the video, well, you know what to do. Subscribe, hype it, and we'll see you on the next Travel in the Know vlog somewhere around Europe or the UK. Goodbye.